Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. I've been a bad boy. According to YouTube, that's right. They put me in the cooler. I can't comment on some videos. They immediately, shadow ban me from comments. I can't communicate, unless I super chat. People don't see my comments. If you're out there and you're a YouTuber and I don't comment on your video, even though I might find it interesting, I might have commented, but they hold it. You're never going to see it. So it is what it is, right? It's hard times for commentary channels right now, specifically if you are any type of satirical channel, if you use, a little bit darker humor, and sometimes, the occasion calls for it, right? Some people need to be called the adjectives that were invented for them, right? They have those adjectives there for a reason. And I'm going to put a link down below to this particular video. I'm not even going to play it because I don't want to get a strike. But it really explains, and this is a lawyer here on the right-hand side. This lady really explains the fallacies of people that believe in it's just, fair use. And it is, but you have to fight it, guys. It's a nightmare. It really is a nightmare. It takes a long time, and it's just really stressful because you're always thinking, okay, I just need one more strike and I'm gone, right? And is it going to be on the next video? Is it going to be on a video that I made 3 years ago? It's just insane. It really is insane. It's not friendly for the type of channel that I am. So it's not friendly for anybody that has any type of, conservative views of any type, and people are different. Like I might be, liberal on some things and conservatives on some others. It just depends what you're asking me about, right? And everybody's an individual, but in YouTube, we all know everything leans left, right? If you have left-leaning points of views, you pretty much can get away with saying anything. But if if you espouse, family value, that you oppose certain things, and it is what it is. That's the environment that we live here on YouTube, but they claim they're doing it all for the advertisers, right? That's the reason why you're seeing all these YouTube channels that are getting banned or getting struck with, all this community crap, and it's just nuts, guys. It really is just nuts. And it's really how they interpret things, right? If you make 2 videos on somebody or 3 videos on somebody and you're just criticizing them, for some reason it's okay with DSP, right? Look at DSP, how many videos are made on DSP. So if if you're a white dude from the US or from anywhere, it's free reign. But if you're not, then it's a different story, right? It's very biased the way they're enforcing this. It really is. And all they're thinking right now is, and I tell you this from speaking to my buddy's friend, his mom works at YouTube. And she said that they have these new enforcements specifically to try to get more ad revenue. They're changing the way they're putting in the commercials within YouTube, right? The way they monetize the videos. They're going to have their own, it doesn't matter what you choose. They have a default setting that they're going to do regardless of what you choose. And, they're just trying to be more strict. In addition to that, instead of them, enforcing it, whenever there's a problem, they're just going to have the 2 people try to work it out. Well, I don't want to give my information to some guy that it's in that's in, Saudi Arabia or India or anything like that. I don't want to deal with these people. Why do I have to communicate with them? Why do I have to give them my information? Right? It's just nuts. The whole thing is absolutely insane. So what I've done is I privated a bunch of videos. The more comedic, the more spicy ones I've, just privated. The other ones I've made members only. And I'm just going to try to keep it so I don't have enough headaches. But I don't know what the heck I'm going to talk about. The sky's blue, how everything's pretty, right? I have to look at, I can't criticize this person because they're not the right kind of person. It's nuts. It's absolute. What they're doing is absolutely nuts because it's not impartial. It's not objective at all, right? It only leans to one side. And it's absolutely nuts. And it could be even the tone of your voice. Their AI is going through the tone of your voice. So if you're yelling and screaming and they consider it potentially abusive or hateful, there you go. You start getting tagged, right? And they put you in a different category. So it's very hard, right? Sometimes you do have to yell to make the point. Sometimes you do have to yell to be comedic, right? For comedic effect, or just be genuine because that's what you're feeling, right? Some people deserve to be called an a-hole, no matter who they are, what race, gender, whatever. Some people deserve it, right? Some people are lunatics, and you have to call them exactly what they are. But apparently, if it's not the right kind of person, then there goes your channel. This whole thing is just absolutely nuts. You have to call everybody wonderful and brave, or what am I supposed to do, right? They get to call you whatever they want, right? If you're, if you're a Christian or Catholic or whatever you're religious, it's pretty much free reign on you, right? They can call you whatever you want. You know, if you're uh, a straight guy, or if you're fat, like, there's an infinite amount of things that they can say to you, and you're very limited in your response, right? So I have to get more creative, I guess. I don't know. Find other ways until they ban that too. Because we try to be creative, and then they ban that, and you try to do other things, and they don't like that. And it's just that. It's just nuts. I can't even comment on other people's videos anymore because my comments get immediately, um, depending on the channel, immediately erased, especially if they're monetized channels. If it's a monetized channel and I comment on it, boom, it's gone. Right? They just, I've been a bad boy. What do you want me to tell you? Right? I got to suffer the consequences. So I'll have to get more creative, guys. There's a video coming up tomorrow because today was a productive day for me. But I found out that I lost my NES console. I can't find it. That's what the first video is going to be about. The second video will be about the Billy Mitchell situation, how it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger, and I hope you stay tuned for those two videos. But as far as the rest of the stuff that you're not going to see, some of it is private, some of it's members only, and that's just the way life is. It's a new day here on YouTube, and we got to protect ourselves, or else we might be gone tomorrow. Who knows? All right, humans, thank you so much for joining me. I really thank you for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. People have been telling me that they're not getting the notification, so make sure you get that bell so you get notified on my videos. And I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Please have a great holiday weekend and take absolute care of yours and your family, and just stay blessed.